It's cold outside. Alrighty, just went out of the card shop, grabbed some paint for the project that I'm going to be working on. Yeah, fun days. Alrighty people, so here's the thing. I got dungeon tiles from, was it the Wrath of a Shardalon Dungeons and Dragons board game, and I really like those tiles, so I'm like, what could I do to make these into 3D printed? And I thought about using my modular dungeon that I used, well, I made the mold for, and just pop a whole bunch of those out. But I figured, you know what, I need something a lot more cheaper and a lot less expensive. So yeah, I've been watching this YouTube channel guy. He is called Black Magic Craft. He makes you know, dungeon tiles and other terrain pieces out of polystyrene. So yeah, I went down to my local hardware store and I got a 4 foot by 6 foot sheet of the stuff for about $18. So I'm going to be making a whole bunch of dungeon tiles. That's going to be well, today's work. Alrighty, so here's what we are going to do. You're going to need some knives, a pen or a pencil, obviously your polystyrene, and your carpenter's tool. So what you want to do, polystyrene, cut it to the length you want. Go on, I'm going to use the carpenter ruler to line up every 4 inches, because this is going to be the length of each tile is going to be 4 inches by 4 inches. Alrighty. Then that nice and even. That even with that side. Go down the middle, taking our knife and cutting at the marked sections. Thing kind of wants to slide a little, so for instructions into all this, Black Magic Craft tells you pretty much all you need to know, and I would strongly suggest that you take notes when you're watching his videos, because they are actually quite good. Alright, these are all cut. Alright, now that that step is done, we want to take our square, using the cutting board's inch mark. We're going to mark every inch around the square. Do this for all of them. And once that is done, once again, you can either take this ruler or ow, because that thing is way too heavy. I had an old cardboard stock dungeon tile made by Wizards. This is what I used to use, but now I'm switching to 3D, so I'm going to use this as a ruler and a guide. Won't be cutting into this because I might still use this. I'm just going to use this as a guide to make my grid. Now, I'm not too worried about being all nice and orderly now because this is a 4" by 4" square, so the squares don't have to be all that even. So now we're left with that. So go ahead and do this on all of them, and then we'll go to the next step. You want to take an X-Acto knife, and I'm going to be at the first click, so pretty much 1/4 of an inch out. Then run the knife across the lines. And what Black Magic Craft does is he goes down the lines. I will probably go ahead and do that with a hot foam cutter, just because, yeah, I really don't want to go through all the process, because I'm doing these in like mass. I got like 40 other tiles like right beside me, so I won't do all that on screen, but yeah. So now that those are all cut into, go ahead and take a pin and bevel the edges, slightly pushing the pin in there. This will create a nice gap in between the tiles. And now we can decorate them. And once again, take your X-Acto knife, and then at random places, like say at the edges, cut them. And we don't want to forget going into these. So, right there. Take out little chunks of them. Alright. So our next step will be coming right up.